welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing an official introduction of myself. If you want to get to know me and know my journey face to face this time, please keep watching. So finally, hello, my name is Megan. I am Budget Queen on YouTube and on Instagram. I'm finally showing my face and myself and telling you a little bit more about me. The reason why I haven't shown you guys my face yet is because right at the beginning of my journey I was very insecure about people finding out that it was me, such as my family and my friends. But now I'm so comfortable with my channel and what I stand for. I've also been doing this for 10 months now, so it's kind of easy for me to do this. It's not easy to show my face, but it's so easy to talk to you guys, and I know you guys would support me no matter what. So I have my phone here to answer some questions that I got. First, I'll let you know a little bit about me. So again, my name's Megan. I'm a young mom. I have a 2-year-old son, almost 2, and then I'm pregnant. I'm 30 weeks pregnant with my daughter now. 30 weeks is about 7 months. So that is so exciting. We're expecting her June 9th, so be prepared for that. I only have 10 weeks left, which is crazy. But yeah, let's talk more about my journey. So let's start off right at the beginning. How did I get into debt? So I'll start with my husband. He had cancer about 4 years ago. And so he racked up his credit card, which was $3,000, and then he took out a personal loan with his grandparents of $2,090. So that is another debt we owe them. So that is pretty much what he came into the relationship with. So he's 4 years older than me, so he, had a little bit of debt before being in an official relationship with me. For me, I met my husband when I was 15. We didn't start dating until about 4 years ago though, so it was a while. We weren't dating, but we were talking. So then I moved here. I live in British Columbia, Canada, just so you know. I moved to the town that my husband lives in about 3 years ago. We started dating 4 years ago in August, so our anniversary is coming up. So before I moved here, I didn't have any debt except for a very small credit card. I think my MasterCard was at about $500, and that was the max amount that I could put on there. When I moved here though, I had such good credit and I opened up a bank account here, and they said automatically to me, hey, do you want these credit cards? One was $6,500 and the other one was $6,500 but US, and that is about $8,200. And I was like, yeah, I'm so excited. Like, I want these credit cards, like, show my new boyfriend that I can hold these credit cards and have these big amounts on these credit cards, but not use them. Well, lo and behold, 6 months later, I completely maxed out all my credit cards and my MasterCard limit went to 1,000. So I put myself in a lot of debt with my boyfriend very, very quickly. I wasn't very good with money, but I was good about not having any credit cards until I got here. And then I just went gung-ho, and it was actually on a lot of planner stuff. Like at my US credit card, I bought a lot of stickers and planners and pens and all that type of crap. I think I racked up about $3,000 with my US credit card just on stationery things alone. So I learned very quickly that was the wrong thing to do. So after that 6 months of crazy spending and just going crazy with the credit cards, it was just after my birthday and I found out that I was pregnant with our son. And we had like a crazy moment of like, we're going to be these young parents with no money, and we lived in a crappy trailer, a single wide trailer in a trailer court. It was just not feeling like the right time to have a baby, but we always knew we wanted kids with each other, and very, very fast. Like early on, we knew we wanted kids at a young age, so it was fine. It was just we didn't feel financially ready and independent enough to support our son as best as we could. So moving into June, it was a month before my due date. I was due in July. My husband and I had the sick and tired of being sick and tired moment that Dave Ramsey talks about, where we were in our overdraft always by like $950, and our credit cards were maxed out, and we didn't have anywhere to turn if things went south. We didn't know what to do. I was on EI. I had to leave work 6 weeks early with my son just because I couldn't stand anymore. But that's pretty common here in Canada with moms leaving work a couple weeks earlier than their due date. But so we had this crazy moment of, oh my God, what are we gonna do? Like, our son's coming next month. We do have some stuff, but we are at the point of like no return. And so that is when I started budgeting. I budgeted but didn't take it very seriously before, and my husband really is bad with money too, so it wasn't his thing. We were kind of always, we had the money, but then we'd like scratch up extra money off our credit cards and our overdraft just to go out to eat with friends, or go bowling, or crazy stuff that we shouldn't have done when we didn't have the money to do it. So in June of 2018, we finally said we've had enough. We talked about it and made a goal of, hey, let's become debt-free soon, or get on this journey to be financially stable or comfortable with, you know, having some money in the bank account and not always putting our money towards debt payments and crazy things like that. And that's when I went all gazelle moment on this debt-free journey, and it was getting so intense that I needed an outreach of like where to talk about budgeting, because my husband was getting not frustrated but almost annoyed how much I would talk about it and the budget and like being so crazy frugal, and I just couldn't talk to anybody because I was so afraid of our numbers, and I didn't want to talk about it to family or friends. And to be honest, maybe I should have, but I'm not really, I am comfortable with sharing my numbers, but I wish my family and friends were comfortable with talking about their finances back. It's more like I wouldn't get reciprocated what I wanted them to say back, like, hey, I'll help you, Meg, like, let me help you with a budget. Like, they didn't really know what they were doing as well. Like, both of our parents are in debt, but not in crazy debt or anything, but they're just at a point where they know we're smart and they know we can figure it out ourselves, kind of thing. So we kind of had to do that. So that's where I found YouTube as an outreach, to share our journey, to share our numbers, be gazelle intense, and share with you guys experiences that I have with a real numbers budget, and show you what we make, like honestly what we make and how we survive off of it. And literally this entire time up until now, we lived off of one full-time income. There was only about 3 months where I had a full-time job, and then that didn't work out, so I switched jobs into a part-time position, and then that's when I found out I was pregnant with our daughter, and that was like the perfect time to be part-time, because I am an early childhood educator, so that means I work in a daycare. So it's a pretty intense job, and to not walk around is like, that's our job, is to walk around, be with the kids and be there for them, and to just have it, just having to sit down and, you know, feeling like I'm in pain all the time didn't really help. So that is also why I am off right now. I am, again, 30 weeks pregnant. I have been off since I was 24 weeks pregnant because I've had some complications in my pregnancy that I'm now on restricted movement about. So I can't really do anything, and I'm kind of glad, but still that means I'm living off of one full-time income, our baby check, which is pretty small, and then I'm still waiting on my EI. So I've always had a part-time job or been on EI on this journey. So that is also another way that I can show you guys that I can be relatable, because we're struggling just as much as, you know, other people are with a low income, and then all this debt. Like, again, I didn't mention it, but the month that I found out I was pregnant with our son, we bought a 2-year-old Jeep Compass, and the sale tag was $24,000, but our interest was 16%. Like 16%. Like, it's crazy to me to even think that we went through with the purchase, and like how the bank even let us have that Jeep. But anyways, so with interest and stuff, I added it up, and it's like $41,000 to have the Jeep, and that's what we have to pay for 6 years. And we're on year 3 now, but it's still crazy to me that we have such a high interest vehicle. We do need it though. I'm very happy that we have it, because we have one child and then one on the way. So we cannot afford to be in my husband's 2-door car that he goes to work with, and simply where we live, we can't just have a little car. And then we can't afford like a minivan. We just shouldn't have gone with a Jeep. But another thing with that sale is we couldn't go for a $12,000 or $14,000 vehicle because it was lower interest. Like, we wouldn't get approved for that one, but somehow the bank approved us for the $24,000 loan, which I think is absolutely nuts thinking about it now. But anyways, I hope that wasn't, the timeline of that story wasn't too confusing, but that is just the introduction about how my husband and I got into the place, and how I started, or why I started YouTube in the first place. So I have more questions written down in my phone. I will begin to answer those questions. So I answered, how did I get into debt, and why did I start my journey? The biggest challenges within this journey since last June, so I've been doing Budget Queen for 10 months now, is always being on that one full-time income. Like, I had a 3-month period where we had 2 full-time incomes, and it was such a breath of fresh air. And then I got free childcare on top of it, because my son went to work with me. But that's not always the case. That job did not work out for me, so then I switched jobs to another daycare. And since then, I worked there for, I think, 5 months. I was there for 5 months. And then I had to be on this restricted movement, which I started again 6 weeks ago. So it's hard to always rely on government money, because I claimed EI 6 weeks ago and I still haven't received it, and I should get 5 weeks of back pay, but we'll see about that. Like, it's always the unknown of not having a check, or it being a very small check, and just kind of always like not living up to my expectations of what I thought I'd be making. But for the upcoming future is I'm going to have our daughter hopefully in 10 months. There are some complications with my pregnancy that they think I'm going to have my daughter earlier, but hopefully it's 10 weeks away, June 9th, and then I will go on maternity leave for a year, so until June of 2020, and then I'm going to go back to work full-time. I am doing schooling for infant toddler program, so I'm going to run an infant toddler center, which is under 2.5 years, so that is amazing. That means I get to bring my daughter to the program that I am running, and then my son will get to go right next door to the bigger kids program because he will be over 2.5. So that is so exciting. I will get free childcare for both of them since I will be working there, and then I will be working full-time, making $2 more than I am now. So a full-time wage, $2 increase, and free childcare for both of my children. So hopefully that's the way it works out. I know I'm in a bit of a pickle right now just because it's hard to budget such a low income, but we are looking up to, or looking forward to, the upcoming near future of me working full-time while having the kids, and then having all this spare money hopefully that we'll throw to debt. So I am going to do a debt progress update, but for now I can just kind of tell you we are on baby step 2. We did pay off my MasterCard, and we did pay off my husband's Visa. Next is our grandparents' loan. That is the $2,090 loan. It's just family loans that kind of leave me uncomfortable. Like, we shouldn't have those loans, and they're from 4 years ago, so it's kind of ridiculous that we haven't paid that off yet. I kind of also don't want to owe any family members money. So within the next year while I'm on my EI, I'm going to pay that loan back, get that all cleared, and then when I go into my full-time position and go back to work of June 2020, we plan to slam my last 2 credit cards down, which is my main credit card and then my US credit card. And I have, I think, $6,000 on my credit card, and then my US credit card I have $7,800. I can't remember. I'm going to do those numbers very soon, so stay tuned for that. It's actually pretty exciting how much we paid off, even though we, haven't even done this journey for a whole year yet. It's only been 9 months, but we are able to still put that money aside that we didn't know we had before, because we always thought like, oh man, we're so broke, like we never make enough money. Like, that's the thing, is when you're on this journey, you realize that yes, you do make enough money, it's just where you're putting it is where you're not smart and thinking. So we have learned to be content with our income, figure it out, and that will always make it by. If we can pay our bills, our expenses, and our debt, then perfect, we are good to go. And then if we could kind of glide on the surface while we're in this tough spot of not making a lot of money, then we can make it until for another year, and then until I go to my full-time job. So I also got asked like who my mentors are, and a lot of it was driven by Dave Ramsey, but also having that willpower myself of like, I knew how to budget and I knew how I wanted to budget. So just taking the steps from him, and then I was watching a lot of YouTubers back then, a lot of which I don't see anymore, and it was only 10 months ago, so I don't know where they went or what they are doing now, but I mean, a lot of YouTubers inspire me today, so I guess all of the YouTubers are amazing in their own ways. I've adapted my budget to be kind of like theirs, but honestly my own, because I've always wanted to do my own thing, be my own boss babe, as you will, and just kind of make it my own thing and prove to my friends and family that I am able to do this. That's also another thing, is why I'm not afraid to show my channel or my face on my channel and on my Instagram, is because I am so proud of where my husband and I are at now that I don't care if they find out. I would actually encourage them to go to my page and show them that I can teach them these skills that I've learned and adapted to my my own budget. Speaking of which, I have made my own budget sheets. I do have the free ones that I show you guys on my videos recently, but I've also updated. I spent like 14 hours yesterday updating these budget sheets so I could sell them to you guys. So I'm just in the process of taking pictures and figuring out prices. I am going to sell them on Etsy, I believe. That's just the easiest way that I can sell them. Just because these budget sheets took me so long and they mean so much to me, and they're so creative and interesting looking, and I can't wait to show you guys that in an upcoming video as well. for April, I also have a couple different collabs that I'm doing with other YouTubers, which is so exciting. We are also at 650 subscribers, so that is super cool. We're getting up there, guys. So I'm super excited to be growing this channel with you guys and being able to share my experiences and my ability to budget, and then show you guys that I can pay off debt while doing that too. Currently, right now, while I'm on restricted movement and I could have my daughter anytime, it's very scary. I would have to fly about a couple hours or drive, like it would be a 6-7 hour drive to the nearest hospital that would take in a premature baby at 30 weeks. So that is very scary for us. We do have our emergency fund. It's not fully funded right now because there has been some hospital visits and stuff for this baby that happened in February, which is really scary. So that took up a little bit of money, and so right now, as I'm still in the early weeks, we do also need some supplies for this baby. So that is also why I started a baby savings fund. So instead of paying off our debt right now and going gazelle intense and doing a debt snowball, what we're doing right now is saving every last penny and putting it in this baby savings fund. So this could be anything of hotel stays if I do have her early, or say if I don't have her early and she goes to full term, well then I will, you know, buy supplies with it, buy bottles, and I have all the stuff for my son, so there's nothing in particular that I really need other than new bottles and a couple other things. And the baby savings fund is just for if we need any supplies or any formula or stocking up on diapers or clothing or anything like that. If we say we don't use all of the baby savings, then we'll put whatever that money is into our debt snowball to go to our grandparents to pay off that debt. So that is also exciting, knowing that if we don't need this money that we're saving so crazy for, then it can go right to our debt. So that is also so exciting. Anyways, guys, I have introduced myself. I have told you a little bit about our background, even though I do explain it, but it's nice to hear from somebody in person. I hope you guys like what you see. You guys will be seeing more videos of me talking in front of the camera, not very frequently, but I will post videos of my face in it more frequently now that I have shown you who I am. I've also explained what the upcoming future looks like, which is so exciting for us. I hope you guys like this video. Thank you for watching. If you do not follow me on Instagram, please go over there and follow me at budget_queen 2018, or you could just type budget queen and it always comes up. Follow me on there and please subscribe to my channel. Let's get this channel up to 750. When we reach 750 subscribers, I am going to do a big sticker giveaway, so I hope you guys are excited for that. I'll keep you more posted and I'll do an actual video on it when the time comes closer, but I want to give back to you guys, and I never thought that I would even reach 650 subscribers. It may not seem like a lot to you guys, but for me it's huge to have a support system, people to listen to me, and for me to communicate with you guys. I love talking to you guys, and I made such good friends through Instagram and through the comments of my YouTube videos, so it's so awesome to talk to you guys. Again, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!